Welcome back, guys. So we're back in the Ice Ruins West. I'm going to show you all some of the features of the wave beam on these guys. So you can see it actually electrocutes them and stuns them a bit. It's one of the cool features of this beam is it will shock enemies. As you can see, a fully charged shot, whereas a fully charged power beam shot would have taken his armor off. The fully charged wave beam shot does not, but it does stun him. Hit you. There we go. So, take out our ice jerkies. Should already scanned. Now we can get up here, up through here, up this way, or not. So now, we get lock on point and we can shoot that down. So we can head up this way. If we look over here, more ice we can't melt, and inside there, that is a power bomb upgrade. That is essentially the same as a missile upgrade. Gives us one additional power bomb. Can't get that for a long time. Head through here. Oh, here's some ice scarabs. Oh no, regular scarabs, okay. But they're much easier to take out with the wave beam since it's got a wider spread. There's a bomb boom here too. As you can see, the scarabs, I'm going to show y'all. If I just pop on through them, the whole set deals less damage than it would have before, since I have my berry suit. Okay, this room. We will be in this room a few times. This is another hub room. This is the ruined courtyard. There's spider tracks in the walls. There's Chozo statues up top. Power bomb slot there. Little vent cap there. If I activate this, opens those gates. Opens those. Activates the power bomb slot. And this starts a timer within the room. Fills it with water. Lets us get up top. But we're not going directly up top yet. We're going through that hole you see over there, because there's an upgrade we need. And you can see those shriek bets will knock you off. Oh, I didn't know you could stand on that. So, energy tank. We're up to 5. Fall back down. And then we gotta get all the way back up, so we gotta do that again. Which I'll cut for you guys. Alright, so we're up top now. Couple ways we can go. First of all, if we look this way, this door has no power. Nearby power conduit must be energized for it to open. Electrical energy will energize it. Conduit radiates heat that is invisible in the normal spectrum. Up here is a cordite statue. So there is a power conduit that I need to shoot with the wave beam in order to activate it, but I can't see it with this visor. So through here. Save point. Couple scans. Schematics for Research Lab Hydra accessed. Use purple doors to the south to access the lab. That's what we saw outside. Glacier 1 zone, Glacier 1 secure zone. Personnel bound for research area proceed directly through checkpoint. Save on up. So, this door. If we head through here, we are going to get access to one of the more lore-heavy and also creepy areas of the game. Welcome to one of the Space Pirate Research Labs. Oh, here's another cool thing. If I shoot the turret with the wave beam, it malfunctions basically, shoots everywhere, then explodes. And here's a pirate. You want to scan this guy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all right now. This is your first time through the game. This is not a normal pirate. Scan him. This is your only chance to scan these guys ever in the entire game. This is a shadow pirate. For some reason, this one does not have his stealth gear on so that you can scan him. But these are basically pirates that are gonna run around with cloaking on, and you can't scan them, you can't lock onto them. They're hard to get. So this is your opportunity. Make sure you scan him. They don't have ranged weapons. They sneak up on you and slash you, basically. But you can also use the wave beam to shock him out, as you see. It stuns him. And he's down. So, some tanks on the walls. Empty stasis tank. The specimen was highly irradiated. These all say the same thing. This is specimen storage. Do you say the same thing too? Yeah. So if we head through here, we should get a cutscene after I kill this thing. Yeah, there it is. Little security drone. The pirate's gonna freak out. Door's locked. And they come running out. These are just regular space pirates. Scan them yet? No, I haven't. So yeah, this is also where you get your first real scan of a space pirate for your logbook. They wield galvanic accelerator cannons, forearm-mounted sides. They seek to become the dominant force in the galaxy. Ruthless and amoral. They care little about the cost of their ambition, only results matter. So, let's get him off my tail. Now, one thing about the quick missile shots is you can only really do it in the power beam, because as you see, when I shoot a missile, my gun goes back to the power beam configuration. So if I hit A to go back, it has to spend all the time going back into the wave beam form, so that you can't do the quick missile shots unless you are using the power beam, because it ends up being about the same time otherwise. So, these doors, accessible only through spacebar bioimaging. I cannot get through here. So there's stuff back there, but can't do it. This, I believe, is a map room. Yes. With some more scans. Project Titan specimen is immobilized in quarantine cave. Relocation is recommended due to increased violent activity. Ooh. Sounds fun. Phazon ore appears to bind through phazon energy. Thermal imaging is required to detect the highest concentration of radioactivity, which serves to bind the stones together. Imaging research is being conducted on the containment vault area of the facility. Phazon ore is extremely durable and blast resistant. Armor-like qualities provide ample protection. Thermal imaging can be used to detect weak areas. Improvements must be made. And East Quarantine Cave restricted by blue level security. Authorized personnel permitted entry only after bioscan. So pretty much everything I just scanned gives me a hint as far as the upcoming boss, which I won't spoil. Here's a map. This is the Space Pirate Lab. This is the quarantine cave they were talking about. This is the pirate base we're about to get into. Take out this turret. Oh, we'll get him up there. Nice. Okay. You can see the blast door. Force field, rather. There's some storage tanks. You can see some pirates walking around in there. They don't see me for some reason. Walking around doing stuff. No scan on that. No scan on that. If I scan that, it'll let me in. You can see all kinds of... There's going to be tons of stuff to scan in this room and this base in general. I believe it's in here that we're going to get 25% logbook scans. So, let's kick their butts. Mix them up. Bye. Bye. There's more up top, I believe. I know there's more pirates in here. I can see them on my radar. And hear them. So, empty stasis tank. Predator awareness indicated even in cold status, so it's a reading of what was in that tank before. Specimen 2 euthanized after psychotic episode, scheduled for removal. Specimen 29, life science normal, pulse at 140%, mass increase of 4%. Decreased vital signs, cold dampening appears stable. So they've been using this facility because it's in the ice as a natural way of preserving creatures and, you know, keeping them placated. So there's all kinds of cool scans around here. Upper stasis tanks online, phase and drip line secure. Phase on fluid bath levels at 70%, checking diagnostics procedure. Increased acidity levels recorded in the phase-on amniotic bath. Likely a side effect of ingestion by test subjects. Access to Research Lab 8, they're limited to Team Sclera only. Personnel bound for Hollow Observatory must use the west elevator. We're going that way. Ice beetle infestation in Ice Vault region has been 95% exterminated. Report any sightings to security immediately. Scan, yeah. Stasis tanks operating at 40% capacity. Temperature regulation errors have been rectified as of 12.12.4. 12.112.4. So that final number you see there is basically their timestamp. There's a whole bunch of pirate lore over here. Phase-on infusion within central energy core of Xenome 5A is at 70% saturation. Increased dosage appears viable. I don't know what the right order to scan these in is prepositions. So, let's just scan them. New pirate data. Most terraforming and retrofitting of security checkpoints on Talent 4 is complete, but we continue to research the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Door records show no unauthorized entries, so we must presume the creatures are either slipping in undetected during daily personnel moves, or else finding their way in through subterranean tunnels. We have found many small breaches of this latter sort and plugged them wherever we can, but it is unlikely we will ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. So, they set up the base here and did what they could to secure it, but they keep getting bugs, essentially, burrowing in. Mining operations have begun near the crater where Phazon appears to be the most concentrated. Daily phase-on yields have increased 44%, and our mining system becomes more streamlined as personnel and equipment flows increase. Several incidents of phase-on-induced madness have been reported, prompting augmented life support regulations in the deeper chambers. Symptoms include loss of equilibrium, erratic respiration, muscle spasms, and in most extreme cases, hallucinations. So basically, working around phase-on causes you to go insane, and these are the starting signs. Basically, it's a phase-on sickness. Timeline reassessment for the refinery operations is recommended as the material proves more unstable than initial analysis indicated. There we go. Oh, we got 50 already. Huh. Image gallery 1. I guess that's why I didn't see 25%, because there's nothing to unlock for it. So yeah, that unlocks our first concept art gallery. I'll show you all that later. New pirate data. We have codified the newfound energy source as phase-on, a V-index mutagen, of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin impacting approximately 20 years ago, so that puts a timetable on when the meteor impacted. Expelling phase-on into the environment, this material appears to possess lifelike characteristics, mutating organic life forms strong enough to withstand its poison. These mutations appear promising, with abrupt evolutionary leaps appearing in single-generation reproduction. Plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 are being finalized. So, let's go up here. So the pirates basically found the phase-on, realized its potential as a mutagen. It causes extreme evolutionary jumps in creatures. It basically, the way phase-on works is it mutates everything it touches, and things that are strong enough to survive become more hostile, more aggressive, stronger, faster, better. Scan that later, I think. And as soon as they realized the potential and realized that this planet was basically corrupted and infested with phase-on, they decided to set up a research base here, which is what we're in now. The guy up there doesn't seem to see me, he's just looking around. You can see their eyes glow like they're on fire. Oh, okay, where'd you go? You hopped over there, okay. Alright, let's do some scanning. Guess I can't scan that one. Mutation strain 776V shows massive absorption capacity influx. Strain replication is now underway. So basically they, as we've seen earlier, there are different strains of phase-on and they do different things, and they're basically figuring out which strains have the best capacity for mutating creatures without killing them. Phase-on batch 1734 shows mandible mutation across all subjects. Cross infusion with batch 1622G recommended. Xenome behavioral patterns show decreased reflex activity at temperatures below freezing. That's why they're out here. Prep work on all empty stasis tanks must be completed before specimen batch Y arrives on cycle 12.312.2. Transfer of specimen 344 to lab Hydra complete. Infusion suspended pending security assessment. Can't talk. Tissue samples from stasis tanks must be hand-carried to Lab Hydra for analysis. Notify security of all material moves. Pirate data. Research Outpost Glacier 1 in the Fendronidus region, that's this outpost, of Talon 4's mountains is operating at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures have made the Metroids sluggish and easy to control. Like we know earlier, Metroids are weak against cold, and so having them out here in the cold is an easy way to keep them placated. Even those well into phase-on infusion cycles. Cold containment stasis tanks are sufficient for the juveniles. Some of the large Metroids have been moved to quarantine caves for safety purposes. We'll see those later. Security doors remain an issue. Malfunctions occur due to the ice. Large predators in the waste are also a concern. They continue to kill personnel and breach secure areas. It's become clear that our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in munitions and soldiers. Viral pathogens in several genomes have been traced to phase on batch 1664.Z. Terminate all subjects. This cordite. There's a power up in there that I need super missile for. Optimal absorption of mutation has led to unexpected degeneration of internal organs, so this creature absorbed the phazon too well and started to decompose. Kind of like that parasite queen we saw back on the Orpheon. Do not handle sedated xenomes without proper ice containment equipment. Our initial tests exposing Talon 4's indigenous parasites to phazon appears to be successful. Increases in strength, size, and aggressiveness are common in all test subjects, as well as unforeseen evolutions like additional poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a second ring of mandibles in several subjects. These creatures were chosen because of their resilience, and it appears possible that, given enough exposure to phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transport them to. Our methods will have to be refined. We currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period. So basically, after the 4th cycle of injecting things with phazon, everything dies. Nothing survives. Most survivors of the 3rd infusion stage are so violent and uncontrollable that they have to be euthanized. Even still, we remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. So yeah, they're having successful mutations using phazon, but everything that they mutate is becoming so aggressive and uncontrollable and eventually dying that they can't use them for their purposes. They basically want to create an army of superorganisms. Daily decontamination is now required for all personnel working in Lab Aether. One more scan. Yeah. Strain 776V has been successfully replicated. We've named it Strain Vertigo, mutation of beta xenomes processing. So we'll hear more about this strain later. This is, I believe, their most successful phazon strain. Head on up through here. This is a little security cave. Observatory access. This is a really cool room, first of all. Right. Yeah, you saw it, how it tracked him as he jumped. The regular power beam shot would not have done that. The music you're hearing right now is the Space Pirate theme. This will play whenever the Space Pirates round the fight. Oh, hi. So there's a bunch more to scan in here. This whole place is filled with stuff to scan. Most of it optional. That one's not. Holographic spatial schematic is in lockdown per security directive, etc., etc. Holographic map coordinate data has been uploaded successfully. New pirate data. Phazon mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established and terraforming of the Chozo ruins is underway. Security systems are operational and science team continues to make progress in their biotech research. The Fendrana Drifts have proven to be an optimal location for research headquarters and soon it will be joined by a fully operational combat base and starport. If Command's predictions are half true, we shall rise to dominance in the sector within a decacycle, so within 10 years. Truly these are glorious times. So this was as when they first established a base here and they basically things were proceeding swimmingly, and they're very hopeful. This is an astronomical projector. Those will give us scans in a second. Basically, we have to activate the hologram. One more part data. Scans of the spiral sector detected a massive energy spike emanating from a Wanderer-class planet, identified as Talon 4. So this is when they detected the meteor hitting. Scout reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike, a landmass at heading mark 40.08.02, returning with planetary samples and atmospheric imaging. Analysis shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. This is where they first discovered phazon. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysis will continue, but currently Talon 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. So they were still stationed on Zebes when they were doing this. So, let's head up here. Activate these. Head down here. Activate all 4 of these. It's kind of a tedious way to activate the hologram. Again, what are the space pirates using to activate these spinners? So they have little metal balls that they're putting in and spinning by hand? Seems kind of silly. There we go. And up there is our super missile. But we also get some more scans. This is Talon 4. Mass 5.1 trillion teratons. Ecosystem studies indicate that Talon 4 was a biological paradise prior to the impact of an extraterrestrial object. What remains of the biosphere slowly fade on due to exposure to phazon radiation. At current rate of decay, Talon 4 will be a barren Class 8 wasteland in approximately 25 years. So, the phazon is currently turning the planet into a wasteland. This is the solar system that we are currently in. Aura Mine 2, uninhabitable wasteland, savaged by nuclear dust storms. Twin Tabula. Planet is best known for twin fever, a disease caused by a viral strain native to Twin Tabula. In the early stages, victims suffer from double vision. Double vision, when the twin sight fades, they die. That's Talon 4. There's one other important scan here. New research, Zebes. So, Zebes and Talon 4 are in the same solar system. Planet's crust is primarily earthic ore, making it ideal for subterranean construction. A class, what is that? 29? No. I'm bad with Roman numerals, whatever. Zebes is inhospitable to most bioforms. This world was considered unremarkable until it became a base for space pirate forces. So, anything else? I don't think there's any more red scans. Planet Billium, quarantine. Planet is rife with Mineralis, a sentient gaseous global exterminator virus. Okay, so the planet has a sentient gaseous virus that kills everything that shows up. That's lovely. So yeah, I find it interesting that Talon 4 and Zebes are in the same solar system. Cool as detail. So, we're gonna head up, get a super missile. That way. I think I can scan these things in the walls now. Oh no, I can't. Okay. Wow. keep getting little audio bugs every time we get a power up. So, I go back to charge beam, I charge up and I press Y. Shoot a big missile. It takes 5 missiles to shoot, but it will vaporize everything you see. Probably the strongest attack in the game. So, if I head that way, that's further into the base. But, y'all have had enough scans for today, I think. A couple more. All holo technicians report to main observatory, maintenance required. Chief astrogation, that's kind of a weird word there. Officer feels our current dual holo projector system is obsolete. Please review and advise. Basically, they're saying that system out there is old and we need a new one. So, we're going to save it up. So next time, we're going to head further into the base, get some more scans, blow up some more pirates. See y'all then.